Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account improvement. We are on ColdSolo's account. No PvP improvement in this video. He requested a couple of PvE content improvement. We'll look at his profile together. Currently Challenger 3, best record, F3 in Arena, C2. And when I say C2, it's Challenger 2 in RTA, currently in a G1 P3 Siege. He wants help with dragons, so we'll try to find or make him a faster team there. Necropolis, try to build him a faster team there. And also he wants a solo R5 team. You see 38 seconds. And finally he wants an Illunia team. He does have one running right now, 51 seconds. I think this is either not safe or he doesn't have that team anymore. He did create his Giants team by himself. You saw that 28-second run. Let's take a quick look at this Illunia run. Yeah, it looks like he is not running this efficiently. So we'll see if we could find him a team that could run this safely. I do think it's very smart for people to run this as an early game player if they can, or a mid game player, because this dungeon gives out two great sets that you will use till the end game. Despair and Will, and even Nemesis is extremely helpful as it is used heavily in RTA and Siege as well. So I'll be back after making those teams. I'll be showing you guys all the changes I've made. We will keep intact the Giants team because it works really well. 26 seconds, best time. So we want to make everything else pretty efficient and quick and safe so that he could focus on Siege and other PvP aspects. He did say that he wants to start getting into Siege, so I'm hoping that with all of these PvE content improvements, he could get those runes, he could get those grinds and gems, so that he could really start helping out his guild. So we saw the record before. I'll be back with the changes and the updated records. Hey guys, we are back on Solo's account. Yeah, ColdSolo's account. If you guys have seen that, we are done with everything. We are done with Solo R5. We are done with Necro, Dragons, and also Illunia. So I want to show you guys the progress and the achievements that we've been able to get. Let's get right in. I'll show you guys the fastest time at the end through the profile. But first of all, the thing that we did first was Dragons. Now, I was hoping that we could build him a team that was not this. He does have Kyle, but he's not fully skilled up. So I didn't want to go that route, thinking that it will not do enough damage. But I do think if he gets that, and if he gets maybe even the Sabrina, Talia, and stuff, he does have Deva, not fully skilled up again, but if he does work on those, I think his rune quality does allow him to run those pretty well. So if he does want to improve into that 40-second mark to the 30-second mark even, actually 30-second mark might be pretty hard without the Liam team. But if he wants to go to that route, I think he could do it. Just get the skill ups, just build the units, because that was also something that we lacked. A lot of those units weren't built. For example, I think the Talia or the Sabrina, either one was not built. So we just didn't go that route. So you can see the team is extremely safe here. I think we did break his quickest time. I think the quickest time he got was like 47 seconds, or was it like 50-ish seconds? But it was decently fast, and the average was his previous best time, which was like 1:05 or something like that. I mean, this team is extremely well known. It's probably one of the first team that people strive for if they play the game. The better the runes you get, the faster it gets, but there is a wall. I think at a certain point you don't get past like 50-ish seconds, I believe, so people transition into the other teams. So it'll be the same for this account as well. Once he just builds those units, he would be able to get this faster. Ooh, I didn't know that we'll get blocked there. Let's see. Lauren, strip, thank you. There you go. I'll also show you guys the builds. 113. So best is 52 seconds actually. So that was a bad run because the will did come up. But here, Fur looks like this on Rage Focus. Lauren looks like this on Double Fight Will. We have a Rogue here on Violent Blade. A Vermos on Rage Fight. And finally, a Spectra on Rage Focus. Then we improved this Necro team, and I know we got a faster time here for sure. I think we averaged like 50 second-ish. I think fastest was like 47 second-ish. But again, a very common team that a lot of people run. There are flaws in this team as his Abigail is not scaled up. Sadly, it was already awakened, so if you put in some skill ups right now, there's a good chance it could go into skill 3, unfortunately. So guys, if you're gonna ever build Abigail for Necro, please skill it up before you awaken it. Perfect. So there goes the first life. I put revenge on all of these because we were able to. Yeah, pretty decent right there. Legend rune acquired. 51 seconds, best was 40 seconds. We could keep that for sure. So if you look at the builds here, Abigail goes first on Violent Revenge on the crit damage build. Then we have probably the Ikaru on Double Guard Determination. We then have Rauk on Violent Blade, the same one. We then have the Shaman on Rage Revenge. Look at that crit damage. Decent crit damage for this account. And then finally an Ashtar on Vampire Revenge. Not scaled up, so you do see skill up issues. Then we worked on Illunia. It was definitely something new that I don't usually do, but I did find a very good team that works consistently, 52nd-ish. So this is the team. He was using these two for Giants, but I did make a change on his Homunculus, which was also being used in Giants. It works the same, so that's good. And then we added his Helzvelg. So the builds really didn't change here. I just found the team and it worked well. There was no reason for, I did change the builds and certain things, but overall the changes weren't huge. But really there wasn't a huge need for me to change that. I think I'll just run this once. I don't want to run it multiple times. Perfect. If his Teshar hits a little quicker, then, sorry, not a little quicker, a little harder, then he will be able to clear those and the time will be shorter. But it really shines in the boss stage. The first stage, nothing. We wiped through that. I have to make this team actually, because I know that Shay Sizzo recommended this team, and I believe Helzvelg is usually replaced by Sonya, which I do have. He doesn't have Sonya, reason why I didn't go that route, but the Helzvelg is a good option. There you go, second stage is done. And the third stage, you do lose 1 unit, I believe. Okay. Oh no, we don't lose a unit. Perfect. Just that easy. That easy. 54 seconds. So, Teshar looks like this, Rage Blade. It could actually have less crit rate because he has a crit rate lead and he's using Giant, so it could have 67 crit rate and you could find a harder hitting build, to be fair. We have the Prelia on Triple Fight. We have that Homunculus on Double Blade Fight. And finally the Helzvelg on Despair Energy or Despair Energy. Crit rate build. You could change this build, to be fair, to a more damage heavy build, but it works, so we'll leave it as is. Finally, we did an Solo R5 team. That looks like this. We made the Baylor team. He didn't have certain units here that I had to build some. I had to build a second Lauren here on Double Fight Will. I mean, I think these builds I really don't have to show, because a lot of people know how to build these teams now. I did have to build this last team, like build the Bernadette to make it a 6-star, make it rune up the wall and such. Yeah, thankfully the middle team was reused from the previous improvements, like Verd, Rauk, Ikaru, you guys already saw that. Freya we built, and then Crow we re-runed, and then finally the Kali we also runed up. With this, I think he gets an average, well, I saved somewhere. Yeah, he gets an average of 34 seconds, which is fine. I think you can find a more optimal build or optimal team in the last team, and they could be a little shorter. But, I mean, it works wonders. I think 34 seconds is fast enough, because really, if you run a 27-second team, you'll be melting crystals, and some people can't take that. You'll be using a lot of money. But yeah, very clean. That seemed pretty short. I think it's like 30 seconds. 31 maybe. 31. Yeah. And his best was 29. So with that, if you look at his profile now, if you compare it to the beginning of this video, the introduction. So we got a faster time in Dragons. We got a faster time in Necropolis. We got a faster time in Illunia, the Illunia level 5. And then we have a faster time for R5. All of these teams are extremely safe. They work well, so I'm hoping that this account could not only focus in getting better in Siege. Thankfully, he has some good LD5s. Well, maybe one LD5 that's really good in Siege. Domain. I think a lot of people have some nice Domain offenses, so you could definitely replicate that. Just catapult into getting better runes and grinds to build the teams that you want to build. But that was it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want account improvements like this, please join my Discord, fill out the Google forum. If you guys want account reviews, join my Patreon, and I'll see you guys next time.